Welcome back to another Transformers review of Transformers Prime Beast Hunters Season 3 Ratchet. And right at the start, you can see that he is actually an ambulance compared to his old self in Season 1 and Season 2. But you can immediately see that he has a weapon that represents Dinobot from the Beast Machines or Beast Wars line. Alright, and basically he's still the ambulance from what we know last time around in the series. But right here is his weapon. I'm gonna just take him out for a while. This is a weapon which Beast Hunters Ratchet has, and however it represents a bit of Dinobot representation, homage from the Beast Wars series. When you press this button down, it spins. Alright, but the other thing is that you can split open this part, but this represents a drill or an ice cream cone, whichever you like to call it. And when you can split this open up, this part here, and you have a gun, a Gatling gun, and it's painted blue in color. And the Gatling gun is orange, and the lever is here. When you press on the lever, it actually spins. Alright, and immediately you know that it represents, it's actually a direct, it's not a direct, homage to Dinobot, but you feel that he has a Dinobot weapon, and this is painted blue, and it's sculpted very nicely. And this lever gets stuck sometimes. Alright, and on to the alt mode review of Beast Hunters Ratchet. It comes in its traditional orange and white or red and white colors, but additional, he's a bit armored up in the front, and you can see his engine block up on the his hood, and a bit of spikes coming out from the protruding out in front of the vehicle portion. He has a translucent white screen instead of a blue screen compared to his Wave 1 release of Season 1. Alright, and you can see through it very nicely, and it rolls pretty well, no issues on that part. He is basically his wheels are made of plastic, and it's not chrome, just pure black. Alright, and on the sides he still has his usual signature symbol, the life sign, which you can know that he is Ratchet. And on top of his vehicle part, you can see two magnetic ports where his weapon can actually, you can mechanize him, or you can slot it into the left or right ports. Alright, and at the back he has a massive turbo engine, or the boosters, which is pretty jarring when you see it at the back. But I'm sure that Takara can come up with something better than Hasbro. And the normal siren lights are painted green this time. Alright, and when you turn him at the bottom, you can see his chest piece, his legs, his foot. Alright, and this is all I have to say for his vehicle mode. And also the last few things I'm going to mention, that he has a magnetic port on the back of his vehicle mode. You can slot in the weapon here on both sides. Alright, and on with the transformation. What you need to do next is bring this down, but before you do this, split this apart slightly, bring the hands down, open this up. Let me try to move the camera a bit up so that you can see the transformation. What you need to do next is flip this up a bit, split this portion up, and lower this part, and this will basically form his legs. Okay, twist this to this side and pull up the heel spur. The same goes for the other side. Alright, and for his legs, what you need to do is lower this part all the way down here. The same goes for the other side. You can see his the mechanics working. Just lower this part here down to this side, and you will have his legs already transformed already. Okay, and as for his hands, flip this part out, his wrist, and fold this part in, and this will actually pack in nicely. Okay, and just fold out the shoulders, and you can see the Autobot logo on his shoulders. The same goes for this. Flip the hands out, fold this in, and it will pack. This will pack in nicely to the slot over here. Alright, and what you need to do is basically, when you basically flip this down, the head will pop up. Alright, and just slot this in here, and you have a Ratchet in robot mode. Alright, and immediately in robot mode, you will see that he is a bit different than his usual self, and immediately on his head, you can see the resemblance to let me put this way so you can see because it's too white, you can see that he is a representation of Dinobot immediately because of his eye here. And he has a bit of lead piping at the back here where you can see some light coming through. Alright, and I think that he in this series he might be a bit, he might actually got damaged and put back together. Alright, and that's all. His head can turn left and right. His chest is a bit of a also a bit of a similarity with Dinobot. He does have a waist articulation. His upper thigh is on the ball joint. His knee is on the Ratchet joint, and his feet, you can just swivel it up and down. Nothing much you can do. On his hands is on the ball joint as well. You can move it this way. His upper part of the shoulder right here is also slotted in. It's not on the ball joint, and his you can bend his elbow basically like this. And for his hands, his wrist, you can just move upside down. You cannot turn it around. Alright, and I'm going to compare him with his counterpart from his previous incarnations. But what you can do is basically put the gun here on his hands, let him hold it, and slowly pack it in. So you have his weapon. He's holding his weapon, and I'm going to compare him with the original Ratchet that we have from the Transformers Prime series. Alright, you can see immediate differences between the two, being his head is totally changed. There's not the Autobot symbol here. The shoulders are painted grey now. It's just obvious differences of the color scheme, weapons, and how he is designed. Okay, these are side to side comparison, and at the back, the immediate differences are very visible. This is white. This is a bit of a turbo engine back, and the weapons are not the same. Both are similar molds, but this guy here has been extensively remolded or retooled. Alright, and basically this is just a comparison, and this ends the review of Transformers Beast Hunters Ratchet from the 3rd season of Transformers Prime.